I'm 43 and I decide that I want to hunch on young men now. Whoop-dee-doo. Whoop-dee-doo.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new, of course, hit that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so we know that, men date down, women date up. That's how it typically goes. Women typically have a big problem with men dating down. They do not like when the men say they want to get a young girl. Girl, if he 50, he want a girl who's in her 20s. They don't like that. They say it's weird, it's creepy, it's gross, it's pedophile. It's like a pedophile. Like they'll use those type of words, right? But we've seen how they respond to women doing it, i.e. Drea, Michelle. They say a little bit, but they don't really make it as much of a big deal, right? So there's this woman who's going viral on TikTok. She calls herself the Cougar, or Call Me the Cougar, or something like that. And she shared this video of her getting flown out by a 24-year-old young man, and she is 43 years old. Here is the story, and let's come back and talk about it.
I've been trying to record this video with telling you all the details of my weekend, but it's noisy in here. I'm getting tired. I can't really record the video and give y'all, I keep forgetting details and stuff, so I'm just going to give y'all the little rundown of what really happened. So, he is 24. I am 43. He approached me. We met on the Discord, on my private Discord, if you subscribe to this channel. He messaged me back in August. We kind of been texting back and forth since then. He's an electrical engineer. He's from Maryland. I'm from DC. Both live in the DMV area. He's on a work assignment in St. Louis. They're building a data center. That is why I got flown out to St. Louis. So he's really nice. He's 6'3". He's very kind. He been trying to get me to fly out there for a while now, for a couple of months. I just said, okay, just going for it. He spoiled me like no other. He is really a nice man. So, I know y'all like, what do you have in common with a 24-year-old? Not too much. But more than I thought we were going to have in common. We went to the Arch. He took me out to dinner. I brought some sexy little shoes and this little bodysuit. I'll show you the shoes. Did a little dance for him, just little booties on. We used that little hunching stool. We did a lot of stuff in 48 hours. And I'm like, and I don't care what nobody think about it. He grown. He's a grown man. I got the bitter men in the comments talking about this isn't a flex. Okay. I still did it and I had a great time. I got the bitten mamas in the comments. I would never let my son, you stay away from my son. Child, I don't want your son. Tell your son to stay away from me. These men be pursuing us. Calm down. Then I got the people, he's the same age as your kids. He's not. I didn't have kids early. But that's okay. If that makes you feel better about your day, go about your day.
So she shares on her platform all about the young ones and, how he approached her and, she had been trying and, they met up and they did their thing. She likes him. I want to talk about how you get to that point. How do you get to a point when you are a mother, you have your own children, you're 43 years old, and you are out here, men, because she says she doesn't typically go as young as 24. I think 26 is as young. But how do you get to that point where now you are going lower? That's a hypothetical question. I believe they get to that point when they don't have options. When the men that they want don't want them. You're looking at your life. You're looking at what's out there. And you know that if you decide to switch it up a little bit, you can, have more options. Now, I don't believe that these are the men that they would settle down and spend the rest of their lives with. These are the men who are going to keep them youthful, keep them young, keep them, all of that. And I just find it so interesting how the comments were, oh my God, so many women like, oh, I'm looking for one for myself. Do he got a brother? Do he got a cousin? I'm newly divorced. I'm going to find me a young one. I want to YN is what they say.
I'm 43 and I decide that I want to hunch on young men now. Whoop-dee-doo. Whoop-dee-doo.
Life is just so funny because I'm about to leave out to go see my YN. It is 4:36 in the morning.
Ladies, y'all did not tell your girl about these damn YNs. Like, y'all did not tell me that they out here making you feel like you the prize. Like they personal Michelle Obama.
Again, we show in our actions the results that we have in life. You can't tell me that you have all these options to date whoever you want and you decide to pick a 24-year-old young man. You can't tell me that. You cannot tell me that that is your first choice out of all your options. Just like Dre and Michelle. She don't have men who are her age or older with status, money, and fame who want her. So she had to go down to the ones who are more naive, more gullible, who she can control, like who's going to go for all the games, who thinks it's cool to be with an old woman. Honestly, like I couldn't go tell my friends how I slept with this old head. Literally. And I think, like I said, for me, it's so disgusting how women are always so hypocritical about this topic around men, but they are shorting her comments. And a lot of mothers have something to say about this, and I'm going to share this video and let's come back and talk about it.
Getting like, one thing I am going to do, I'm going to comment on the post on TikTok. I'm going to comment. And yesterday I commented on a post, maybe because I have sons. And my oldest son is 22, be 23 in January. And there is a video going viral of an older lady. I think she's around my age, 44, 45, 46. And she was at the airport getting dropped off by her cub. And she was like, the best weekend ever, my 20-something-year-old. And I'm like, you're what? You're what? And all the women was like, oh, I'm looking for me one. I'm newly divorced. I'm looking for me a 20-year-old, 20-something-year-old. And I'm just like, when men do it, we frown about it. I know I definitely frown. And I'm like, what if that was your daughter? But baby, it's my son. Now what? Now what? We're talking about boys now. And I commented, my son better never, ever. And people are going in on me. They're like, how do you know he's not doing that already? For one, me and my kids have very open relationships. Number two, I loved on my children, and I want to remind anyone watching this video, this is my opinion. I love on my children. I hug them, I kiss on them, I cook them well, cook meals, home cooked meals. I make sure they have what they need.
I agree. If my son came home at 24 years old, talking about he got a 43-year-old girlfriend, are you out of your mind? A 43-year-old girlfriend with kids, are you out of your mind? You got to be high. You got to be on something because ain't no way. What are you looking for? What did you not get that you needed to get it from a 43-year-old woman? What about her? What can she do for you? Honestly, what is she offering you that you could not start your own family with somebody who is your own age and y'all build together why? So I can agree. I think that it is, again, as she said, women will always find a way to make it bad when a man do it. But when women do the same thing, we like, oh, it don't matter. Like she said, oh, it don't matter. Your granddaddy was, way older than your grandmom and all, like any way to make it okay. Any way to make it okay. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have some stuff in common with somebody who's younger. I'm not saying that at all. But I just find it so ironic that we as Black women, again, we act like we have all these options, we have all this, and we don't settle and we don't do this, but then this is what happens. You get to the point when you're 43 and you are now getting flown out by a 24-year-old for a weekend of hanging out and having sex. That's what your life consists of at 43 years old. This is the problem, that women don't want to be mature adults. They're still trying to, why are you getting flown out at 43? You know, like don't you want to be stable and flying around with your man? How about that? But we're so caught up in all of the world and all of trying to do what the young girls do that you think this is cool. And it's an excuse, and it's supposed to be okay because this is what they've been doing, or this is what men been. It's just like, it's not okay. Again, I don't believe that this is your first option. I think this is the only options that you have, because the men who are your age don't want you. The men who are older don't want you. So you got to go down. Most people know you typically, there's going to be a younger guy who's going to try to talk to you, because why wouldn't he? And you typically would be like, no, thank you. I'm good. Like, boy, you older than you're my child's age. Like, it would be stuff like that. That don't happen no more, because it's like, whatever. I'm a cougar. This is cool. He's grown. It don't matter. I don't want this to be the majority of women's lives. And the way that we are headed, this is what it's going to be if we don't get a hold of ourselves. If we don't stop this individualized, I don't need a man, I can do it by myself, men are just for fun, men are just to play with type of mentality, because it's not cool. It is not cool at all. This is a problem. Very much so is. But again, the women in the comments, baby, they all want a YN. Their words. I'm gonna get me a YN. Don't let it be. I wish it would be my son, baby. I could not imagine. But let me know your thoughts in the comments on this topic. Drop it down below. Let me know what you guys think about it. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this conversation. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the conversation. Of course, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.